Greatest Media Production presents the third and final round of the Welcome to the Jungle 8, presented by Discmania. This is Kyle Moriarty, and I'm joined by Harry Chace again.
How's it going, everybody? We are excited to be back at Cogs for the exciting conclusion. Shout out to our Platinum 30 sponsors. We have Discmania, Rad Disc Golf, Amplified Insurance, East Coast Metal Roofing. Thank you to those guys who make it all possible. We got a rainy day here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Shout out to Dan Snyder and Rivas for manning those cameras. So we take a look at our leaderboard, brought to you by Rad Disc Golf.
Yeah, you can see that players have been shooting some really hot scores, but I have a feeling that this rain today is going to make a huge impact on what we're about to see. We're still going to be some excellent disc golf, but it's going to be interesting.
So here we got myself, sponsored by Discmania, and of course flexing Disc Golf 978. Excited to be on the lead card again for the third straight round and carrying a 4-stroke lead. But this guy here is always scary when he's on your back, as Dylan reveals himself here. One of New England's best players. Going to be excited to see him also for the third straight round.
Now we also have Nathan Delisle, sponsored by ThoughtSpace Disc Golf. He is an absolute putting machine coming out of Maine. He's probably only 15 years old. We're going to get a great show. And then lastly, rounding out the lead card, we have Edwdin Bedell, sponsored by Beast Disc Golf. And he is going to be throwing a whole bunch of prodigy.
We got our Sunstein series here. Again, welcome to the jungle, of course, the kickoff event. And how about this, Wads? We got myself from Rhode Island, Dylan from Mass, Nathan representing Maine, and Edwin from New Hampshire. 4 New England states represented at this huge B tier.
That's
quite
incredible.
Exciting.
That is awesome. So hole one, we've seen it before, but hit me again, Harry.
Yep, we got a subtle turnover off the tee, working left to right. The gap is a bit staggered to the right, so it's not so easy to hit that initial, but if you can hit it and land it flat and avoid those stumps on the tee pad, you're going to be loving starting off your round with a birdie.
Looks like you're throwing your Glow P2. You're, of course,
Of course, yeah.
We get a catch cam view here of what happens because we couldn't quite see it off the tee. I want to say you're pretty good.
Yeah, that looked a lot like your shot round one. Always nice to have tap-ins at Cogs, and that's going to be one on the board for me.
Yeah, that's going to be a perfect start for you. Dylan, that's that ESP zone that he's been throwing, and I'm not sure if it was the rain where he kind of did a little extra grip, because you typically lose a little grip in the rain, but he just pulled it a little bit. Nate making the same mistake. Pretty sure that was a zone out of him as well. He's going to have a tough upshot. He's from the down low in the abyss.
Yeah, we have Edwin as well, kind of throwing a forehand and not getting it to fade out. Both of those guys will be down the hill looking up at the basket. Should be pretty awkward, as Dylan's no stranger to awkward forehands. Makes that look real easy.
Yeah, that is not an easy shot. He is looking at that drop off, and he has to hit some angles, and he just puts it right onto the basket. That's a great shot, great touch. He is truly a technician and a wizard with that. Wait, did he just throw in?
Let's see if we get another view of this, but Edwdin Bedell with the fist pump.
Wow.
Yeah, right in.
Are you serious?
He said he was running it too, looking right up at the basket from 60 feet, as now we get our GMT replay. Just touches it up there.
Oh my goodness, Edwin.
Yeah, he said he was coming. He said he was coming for the win today, so that is really going to help him right there.
Yeah, he's I believe he's a 2-time winner of this tournament, so he's very comfortable here at Cogs. He is an absolute threat for today. Look for Edwin to be making some serious moves. Yes.
Yeah, goes in for Nate right there.
Yeah, his
Good
first putt here.
putt.
Yeah, first one on coverage here of GMT. No stranger for you boys, and you just absolutely just dropped that in. So Dylan's the only one that lost a stroke here on the card. Hole 2, par 3, 215 feet. What do you think here, Harry?
Yeah, this gap is definitely scary to commit to. Kind of similar to the last one with a staggered gap to the right that you can't really see off the tee pad. Really just got to commit to your shot and hope you end up somewhere near the basket. Going with that sky guide that I've thrown, leaving it a little wider than I want. Gonna catch a tree, stay in bounds, thankfully, but not ideal, but could have been worse.
Yeah, this looks like the same disc that Edwin just threw in with here. Putting it up high, a really nice forehand shot, giving it the height, letting it fall down soft so it's not hitting with a lot of rotation.
Dylan again finding an early tree. Shouldn't be too punished, and Nate is going to forehand his zone again, which he's going to do a lot this round. Really confident with that disc. Doesn't quite swing the way he hopes, but he should have a look for his bird.
Yeah, this hole is, it's a pretty routine 2. It's a simple 3, and you just feel really bad if you take more than a 3 on this hole. A 2, you got some stuff to get through. It's not one of the easiest holes. It's really short, but when you look at where Edwin is, and he had a great shot, this is an awkward putt.
Yep, trying to extend it up to the chains. Leaves it a little short there. Here's where Nate ends up, looking for his 2, and did commit just a little high there. Luckily, he's going to sit pretty close.
The miss for him was definitely missing high. Nice cleanup for Dylan. That could have been a nightmare start for him, going kind of rough tee shot, and then kind of missing a putt, but he connects perfectly for his par. Oh boy. What was going through your mind there? Just
a lot of things, but yeah, I really wanted to make that. Obviously, bogeys are never anyone's friend, but yeah, just left it a little short, didn't quite commit, and gonna pay the price for it.
Yeah, that elevated basket just makes you kind of second guess what you're doing a little bit. All right, let's forget about that missed putt. Let's move on to hole 3. Hit me.
Yeah, we've talked about hole 3 before. One of the signature holes at Coggshall. Straight tunnel the whole way, and we have, of course, our Ice Age boulder down here protecting the basket. Just really getting it down into this little alleyway is kind of the ideal shot, and hopefully making a putt from there. But we'll see a lot of early tree hits on this hole. They're just everywhere. As we see Edwin now trying to pipe one down with a forehand, looks like. And commits to that turn really well, avoiding the trees, staying in bounds, and what a shot!
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty when you can just get that forehand on just that perfect angle, watch it flip up, bend over, and then flex back out, and then play off of that hill. Great shot for Edwin. Dylan definitely leaning on that the Raptor again, the Big Z variety. Doesn't look to be as good of a position as first round. Let's see if it rolled off that hill. This should give us a good angle.
Yeah, pretty similar to Edwin's shot. Does go all the way behind there, skipping off the rock and kind of right into that alleyway I was talking about. That's a great shot to get yourself down there, and avoiding all these early trees is easier said than done.
Yeah. That looks like that slipped out a little bit for Nate. He ends up OB on the rope. Do you think he kind of got baited into going with that forehand, or does he throw a lot of forehands?
He's going to throw a lot of forehands for sure. I mean, we saw him go with the zone off the 2 tees. Forehand driver, though, is definitely an aggressive play. I think that's probably a destroyer, too. So, he's obviously got that talent to get it down there, but throwing it at 12 speed through any tight gap is always scary, especially in the wind, in the rain.
Yeah. All right, so you can see what he's looking at here. He's got a lot of different lines. And I like that shot. Throw it over the OB the whole way. That's the cleanest route. Here's what Dylan has. This is going to be for his 2. If he can get this hole twice this tournament. Ooh.
Yep, and just a little high there, and you can see my disc pretty much right next to him. And also kind of the same identical putt I had in round 1.
Yeah.
Just over that, so I'm aiming right at the band and popping it in.
That's a great putt. So you went 2-2 on this hole. That is incredible.
Yes, I did, and it was really easy. I was really just thinking about that putt from round 1.
Now,
did you get it right up in there? Super.
Did you throw the Witness Me FD again, or did you have to beef it up in the rain?
No, that was Witness Me once again. So doing workout here at Cogs.
I like that. I like you committing to the same disc and the same shot, even though the weather is a little bit differently. So here's Nate coming through to save a bogey. Good putt.
Yeah, great bogey stay from Nate there. So hole 3, once again, playing tough. Averaging 3.47, second hardest hole today. And we had 2 birdies on the day. One of them was myself. Wads, you know who the other one was?
No, I don't.
It was you.
It was me. Wait, but Edwin hasn't. No. Oh. Well, I guess it was me and you. Good job, man. Proud of us.
That's right. Your favorite commentary duo, rocking it in the booth and also on hole number 3. But yeah, Edwin there, closer than I was. Unfortunate miss.
Yeah, after that huge throw-in on the first hole and, kind of having an awkward putt on hole 2, that was his first real putt of the round. So, give him a break. Hole 4, the new extended hole 4. What do you think about this hole?
I really like this hole. It makes it more of a stock shot, as we see where that yellow basket is. I think every player can kind of just reach that with a hyzer of whatever they want. This pin is a lot different and definitely challenges our pro field a lot more. And we'll see who can get up there for a look at 2.
Yeah, I was talking to a lot of different players, and they were saying, oh, it's a simple 3, get up and down. But, we're pros. We're not playing for the 3. We're playing for the 2. So you actually get a good scoring separator here. Looks like you threw that Witness Me just up, probably right inside the circle 1. Nice shot.
Thank you. We got Edwin again, going with some sexy flexy. Working it between the trees. Pretty much right where his last putt was. We'll see if he can correct this time and get the bird.
Yeah. Oh, I love Dylan. All right. So he's beefed up. He threw the zone the first round. He's throwing the Raptor now. He just got a little too much, got hung up, pushed down left, but definitely a better disc choice. Oh.
Yeah, and Nathan almost getting that to be good, but I mean, we see him go back to, I think that's another Halo Destroyer on a forehand. So even after that last hole, we see that it's tough. But on hole 3, he missed a shot a little bit and went to the next hole and committed right back to it. And to me, that's really good to see from a young player.
Definitely, yeah, trusting his process and knowing his shots. And I think he found the trouble on this hole, which is why I think this change is really good, where, a big number is in play here still, because you have to throw a committed and hard shot. Whoa!
Nathan from way downtown.
Nathan Delisle hitting, what was that, probably a 60-footer?
Yeah, we'll take another look at this again. Definitely in that range. You see he's not really even in a squared-up stance, so we can get more power here. And just gets it to go in. Great hit.
Now, that putt right there, that reminded me a lot of a Casey White form, where it's just a violent snap out of the hand. Yeah, great putt, Edwin.
Yep, making the correction there, and even with that missed putt, he's still going to be 2 down through 4. Definitely a pretty good start in this rain.
Yeah, I mean, starting to birdie off with 50% of the holes, that's real good. But I'm sorry, folks. You've just birdied 1, you birdied 3, and you birdied 4. but you will have a bogey in there.
Yep, not a perfect start, but definitely one I'll take with a 4-stroke lead. Also minding the conditions as well. As here's the hole right here that can definitely change everything. We have the par 3, 358, hardest hole on the track today. Moving right the whole way. It's really tough to get a disc all the way down there. We'll see if any of our players can do it.
Yep, I know. What are you reaching for here? Are you going? I mean, look at this rain coming down here. This looks like you're going a little bit faster.
Yeah, this is the FD again that I threw in round 1. Once again, just trying to get it to move right and get through the initial gap. Hopefully, just getting a 3 at worst there, and that wasn't a perfect shot, but I did my job getting through the gap.
Yeah, kicked out for you, so you're back in the fairway. You're able to go up and down here. Edwin going to the forehand again. Just burns it over a little bit.
Yeah, Edwin's such a good player on those flex forehands. You got to imagine the rain may have had something to do with that early release, but we have Dylan here and kind of following that same trail, and we just see how hard this hole has been if you don't get off the tee, and that just needs to be a priority for players looking to be in contention for the win.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm really happy that there is some sort of weather here just to make sure that it shows how players can truly play and how they can deal with different factors. And, you know, everybody can play disc golf in perfect conditions, but when it starts getting nasty, it really shows who's got that mental toughness, who's got that will to keep pushing, and who's going to falter.
Yep, Edwin, I'm not sure if he gets all the way to the basket there, but a good shot. And there, Dylan, we see some maybe grip issues as he hits a tree, hits another tree there.
Yeah, what's the kind of morale on the card right now?
Well, right now it's raining harder than it has all day for us. You know, it's definitely reminiscent of many lead cards I've had before. You know, we're all pretty serious and focused on trying to hunt down that win. But there is a pretty good camaraderie that we got going on, so it's been a good time so far.
Yeah, we've seen a couple good upshots here. Nate's going to have that real tricky putt from up top, putting down low. Dylan putting a decent bid, just going off the top. Yeah, you can see Nate up there. The most awkward putt. We saw Debo hit this first round. Can the other Mainer hit it? It's a Maine thing.
Yes.
It's a Maine thing.
Absolutely.
What? Come on.
Anyway,
yeah, we've said this before, but the camera really doesn't do it justice. He is putting like totally
Look at that.
downhill.
That's a great angle for that putt.
Just lets it go, really, and has it drop the whole way. Another great putt by Nate, and yeah, like you said, him and Debo. There must be some funny elevation holes up in Maine, and I know there are. They've learned how to do that putt well, and Nate's saving a stroke because of it.
Yeah. We got Edwin back here. Hey, Edwin connects with a jumper. Nice putt.
Yep, that's still going to be for a bogey, unfortunately, but any stroke you can save out here with how tight the scoring will be in this rain is huge, and it's a scary green to miss a putt on, so that was a great hit by him.
Oh, definitely. He was full committed on that. And then we're just going to be left to you here to save your par, and that's to gain a stroke on the entire card, correct?
Yeah, just about, and able to do so. So we'll stay where I am and continue this lead going into the treacherous hole number 6. Over the valley here, just a beautiful shot. Definitely has teeth, though. Need to miss these trees. Need to keep it turning right the whole way, ideally. Hopefully get over onto the other side. Any shots in the valley are really just begging for a bogey.
Yeah, this one, goal number 1 is make it across the valley up onto that flat section. That's going to make this hole, you're going to be able to breathe easily on this hole for the rest of the way, because taking a 3 here is fine. A 2 is awesome, but it plays way more than that, what that distance says, what it's reading, because this is a pump. You get hung up, caught, and pushed. You're not breathing easy right now.
Absolutely not. And Nathan kind of follows my line there.
Ooh.
Does kind of sneak up. He might be able to see the basket from there, but not ideal for sure.
No, he's going to have that really hard footing right on that mid-slope. Edwin going back to a forehand. Hey, he gets across. He's got a little upshot. He shouldn't have too much of an obstruction. He should be able to get up and down, but I'm going to say 2's probably out of the question for him, but a 3, pretty easy to do.
Yep, we saw Dylan park this with a Raptor in round 1. Disking up to a Destroyer in conditions, and pretty much the same exact result. Dylan goes 2 for 2 with park jobs on this hole. That's great stuff.
Yeah, if you haven't watched round 1, definitely go check it out. Definitely go watch some of the park jobs in there, because that disc golf was insane. You'll see a lot of shots like that from Dylan both rounds so far, and from you as well. But yeah, that was beautiful. Great control. I like seeing that he did change discs. What did you throw here?
That was an FD3 up to the top. Just really didn't want to leave it short with how much the hill is, and I actually ended up going a bit long into the bushes there, as we have Nathan with this same type of shot going with the zone, and I believe also joins me in the bushes deep.
Wow. That's surprising, because, normally people are hitting trees and dropping early, so to go long, you must have really found some nice kind of lane, and he's got another really awkward putt, slightly above the basket, the laurel. Yeah, didn't hit that one. Here's you.
Yes. Struggling to get to my lie here, and kind of same thing. The laurels are up to my chest, so just trying to push it in and push right out.
Yeah, you are truly welcomed to the jungle back there in those laurels. Looks like we'll have you tapping out here for bogey.
Yep, and while all of this has gone on, still have yet to get to Dylan's fantastic drive.
Yeah.
He's got a card, one of the few 2s on the day.
That's a great feeling where you're parked on the basket and you're watching your card mates throw a couple of shots each. All right, hole 7.
Here we go. The par 4, downhill the whole way, is reachable for our pros. But the main challenge here is just keeping it straight, keeping it in between these trees, and hopefully getting yourself far enough down there for an easy 3.
Yeah, this hole is awesome. It's a controversial par 4. It's a pro-level par 3 for sure. But, we'll take the nice scorecard bonus here. Dylan, that's his FD. What is the Innova FD name? The Dark Rebel, right?
That sounds right, yep.
Yep. Edwin, just hung on to that. Was that his first backhand of the round?
I would say so. Yeah, Edwin loves forehands, loves overhands. Not too many backhands, although he can do it.
Yep.
And I'm taking that witness me again. Didn't quite flip up the whole way, but
it got up there.
The initial stuff, so yeah, I'll be in position.
Yeah, the main thing is it didn't hit and stop. It kind of kept going, missed some things, and Nate curing this line. Yes. Watch out.
Absolutely.
Rivis.
Yep, and we're going to get that little rewind once more, going with a eagle here from Delisle. A disc beautiful. Probably 3 times as old as he is.
The mold. I mean, maybe not this one, but the mold is definitely old. All right, so let's see what Edwin can come up with here. He's got some tough up and down to get through. So he just had a little low out of the hand. So he still has some work to do. Oh, yep.
Yeah, going for this backdoor route here.
Oof. Yeah, looks like that disc was a little too overstable for that shot. Ooh, nice kick for you. Drops you down.
Dylan there.
Oh, come
right
on.
on the pole. Super solid there.
What a shot from Dylan. That he is dialed in with the zone. Some would say he's in the zone with the zone. Kid's got the touch.
Yep, and this is where Nate's drive ended up, trying to give that a look for two.
That's
Not
fine.
able to do so, but yeah, I mean, he's loving that for birdie right there.
Yeah, you know, he's seen a couple of bad shots from card mates, so he's real happy with a no pressure 3. You drop it in, you know, you're 20 feet up behind a bush, you're feeling it again. That straddle putt looked great.
Yeah, that was pretty obstructed. Happy to get that one to connect, as we're going to see birdie from Nate there, and pretty good hole here. But shout out to my man Willie Douglas, carding the Eagle 2 on this hole.
Wow,
and,
Willie.
Really gaining strokes on the whole field there.
That's awesome. Good for Willie. Yeah, we've been watching scores kind of fly all around here on this card so far. I'm honestly kind of lost in the scores. But yeah, hole 8.
Yeah, I mean, that's just quintessential Cogs right there. You can 2 one hole and 5 the next quite easily, as here's one of the easiest holes to 2 on the course. Hopefully all of our competitors are looking to do so. Shorty little hole just right there, and maybe we'll even see a few ace runs from our card.
Yeah, I know all these. Yeah, I know you guys are looking at it, and everybody goes, all right, we're going to ace this hole now. Dylan with a nice ethos praxis. Gets a little hung up on that right side, but he's got a long putt. Don't know what you have in your hand. I know you know, but I don't know. And there it is, the Glow P2. Oh, friendly.
Yeah, every time I throw this hole, I always assume it's just going to drift right, and it never quite does, but it's really not the worst thing to end up right in those trees. Kind of stops you for a close putt, and the trees are also going to be Nathan's friend, as they'll be right in the circle.
Yeah, they stopped him as well. Edwin got it on top of this one, gets a kick, pushed down. He's back in the laurel, but he's looking at the basket. He's got a 80-footer.
About right. Unable to give it the height needed, but we'll be up there pretty close for his 3.
Oof. Yeah, Dylan had an awkward stance. I know he doesn't quite like going to straddle all the time. Nate connects on his 2. Nice putt, Nathan.
Yeah, his putts have all been really pure, really well done. And he is certainly gaining strokes on the field with that nice stroke.
Nice little birdie 2 for you right there. A little tap in. Dylan getting his par. Edwin cleaning up his par right here. So a little bit of a disappointing hole here. Because there's a couple 3s from a little far. Hole 9, moving on. What do you think?
Yeah, 360 downhill. Certainly does not play that long with the grade of the elevation. But a super awesome line. I think the forehand is probably the preferred play, going right where the drone is flying right now. But we have myself as a backhand dominant player going to go to that line, and we might see something special from Edwin as well.
Oh, you were so close to getting that thing to just miss, and you hit. It looks like you'll be able to get up and down. There's those lines on that inside area. Wait,
Yeah.
What happened there with Nate? Did he get a tree direct to park it?
Maybe we'll get another look at this from the tee pad. Going with that zone once again.
Oh.
Just working off of it. Maybe not the line he was trying as he throws his hands up in the air, but perfectly right under the basket.
I don't know if he thought it was going to turn that much, but man, that was awesome. Get sneaky. Dylan's zone. Yeah.
Never quite came back, and here's that Edwin overhand. I believe that's an X2.
Okay.
Doesn't quite swing the way he wants, but down there through the gap.
Yep. Yep, there you go. That looks very ultimate right there. Just all wrist.
Yep, I was just thinking doing a little frisbee toss and was able to get that one close. Probably see more of those in the future.
Ooh!
Edwin from so deep. Probably 90 feet and just connecting with the top nub of the cage.
Okay. Looks like you're out. So there must have been some good up shots there. Nice connection there for you. Way to save par. Scores after the front nine, round 3 here, presented by East Coast Metal Roofing. We've got you shooting a 3 down, Nate at an even, and then some other even, and then somebody else was at +1. Went away fast, but I hope you can come join us for the back 9. It's going to get really exciting here, so stay tuned for that right here on the Greatest Media Team YouTube channel. Again, this is Kyle Moriarty.
And this is Harry Chace. Please join us. As Juan said, it's Cogs in the Maine. Anything can happen, and we have New England's finest on the card. Let's see who can make a charge and get that trophy at the end.